Oh, really?
When
He
he's a
sounded
famous
like...
guy and he says that to people. He's a real commodity. So he's always saying, it's not how you feel, it's how you look.
God. Isn't there truth to that? Whenever I feel so terrible, what really does me in is when I look terrible too. You know? It's like, come on, can't I even just hide the fact that I feel terrible right now? I have to go out in my life and everybody knows I feel terrible.
I've
It's
had
so
those
vulnerable.
days.
You know?
Yeah, actually, you've been with me for a couple of years.
A couple? You never look terrible, honey, but what I'm saying is sometimes you can see their, like, pain or their fragility or whatever, you know. I'm not saying that's not beautiful. It is, actually. Some people wear it very well, in fact. I told you before that I felt that my mother was her most beautiful and she was a beautiful woman, when she was totally worn out, totally exhausted, beyond angry, meaning she had already used up all the energy of being angry about being tired, and so now she was even tireder, you know what I mean?
I think so.
And then she was finally just totally vulnerable, and I would look at her in her eyes and see it, and wow, I'll never forget how beautiful she was then. I can't explain necessarily how that's that way for me, or I've heard other people say similar things. My friend Linda Braun, she said one day that she liked a photograph that I took of myself because I looked both strong and vulnerable at the same time. And that's how I see my mother. She was always so strong, and she was vulnerable so often at the same time, you know. Yeah. But anyway, shout out to Linda Braun. Yo, Linda Braun, thank you for that. She's a photographer. She was my friend that we met in web design class, and this one day when I was sitting there like staring at the computer, not understanding anything, and then all of a sudden I was like about to burst into tears and start bawling, and I looked over and Linda was bawling. It was so sweet. We laughed about it later, but I told her, I know exactly how you feel because I'm about to do the same thing myself. And then the teacher came over and helped her, and it ended up being really cool. So he finally paid attention to her because he was busy and going forward and going so fast. And finally he looks up and sees Linda crying, and then he's like, he stops the whole class to go over and help her address her questions, and that helped me address my questions. So anyway, and she's my great friend. She moved shortly after we became friends, and she lives in Florida now.
Did everybody end up like turning to look at her when the teacher came over and talked?
Sure. She wasn't shy about it. She was just like, I'm done. I've had enough. I don't care what anybody thinks.
Thanks, babe.
And it was like a breakthrough for me and for her too. Thank you. For our relationship even, you know, it was like, oh, now she's not a person who's sitting beside me in class. She's suddenly shared this deep emotional experience with me, and we're friends now.
That's cool.
Yeah, very cool. But anyway, and she's a beautiful photographer. Her photography is just really, I've been able to watch it for years.
Told me about Linda before.
Oh, I'm sure I have. I don't know.
Photography is what kind of rings a bell.
Oh, okay. I can't remember, honey, if I've told you about her or not, but I do know that I probably told you that shortly after we became friends, she said, I'm moving to Florida. And that's happened to me so many times. People leaving Santa Fe right after I get to know them, you know.
This is a cigarette rolled with a piece of coffee filter. Something that Jody's been suggesting for a few days. I'm trying it, so we can see how it works out. Seems
It'll probably
it seemed to work
do
pretty
the
well
trick.
so far. I think it probably will. God, you know. My baby's so inventive.
No, I'm not, honey. I'm just. Anybody will learn these skills living the way we do because they have to. Poor people are the most creative in the world. They just don't get a chance to be artists because they're too busy trying to survive.
Yeah, could I have a napkin, babe?
What? Is it screwing up?
No,
On
it's
some
just
level?
different. It's just not what I'm used to.
Oh, really? Oh, well, yeah, that's normal.
Yeah, that is to be expected, right?
Yeah, well, isn't that what every day you and I experience is something like out of our comfort zone, like you said the other day?
Boy, yeah, to varying degrees, you know.
Even when we're home.
True.
Yeah, because we're having to survive the cold or find a new way to cook or, well, no, thankfully we haven't had to find a new way to cook, have we? It's been nice having electricity. Oh my gosh, we're so thankful for it, aren't we, honey? Can you guys believe that there are people in this world, and a whole lot of them, who have to go through, live their lives through awful summers or cold, terrible winters without electricity? That's wrong. That's poverty. In our country, we need electricity because we have severe, harsh weather. If we lived in a different country, well, maybe we could survive easier without that. You know what I mean? I don't know, tropical places or whatever. But we don't live there. We live here. And it's cold, and people die. It's said in the deal.
25 people a year.
I thought it was 30. They're trying to fight right now. My friend on Facebook, her name is Hollis. She announced, and I couldn't respond because of my crazy phone. Let me see if I can find it.
Say it, baby.
Hollis Walker. Uh-huh.
This works pretty good.
Well, cool. I'm glad.
And it feels more natural somehow. I don't know.
Well, it is more natural.
I guess
Well,
it
it's
is,
probably
yeah.
not.
I don't know if
It's a coffee
it's probably
filter.
really terrible for you if I start smoking. So.
I don't want him. I'm kind of wanting him to think about cutting back, but he has. You have, haven't you?
Cut back a lot. And I need to, admittedly.
What'd you say, honey?
I was just confirming that I have cut back a lot, and that it's been absolutely necessary, and I need to continue to do it.
Yeah, you're doing great, though. My friend Hollis Walker is working on the Pete's Pets homeless shelter. I don't know what its real name is. Does anybody?
It's the Interfaith Community Center, or
right.
Basically, it's Pete's Pets.
Okay, right. My son Jeff Gooch was on their board for a while, actually. A few years ago, he was like 18 or 19 when they put him on the board. But anyway, I'll say that, I don't know, are they jeopardizing it or trying to shut it down before they make decisions about it? We need that homeless shelter.
I can't see it getting shut down for any reason. I just don't see that happening.
Well, that's what she's saying, that if they don't make this decision last night, I think it was last night, about, I don't know, something about it keeping it open. It's
something having to do with funding, like they want inspections done before.
right, the inspections can shut it down or something. They need to be able to keep it going. I can't remember.
They have to get the inspections before they approve the budget or something, so that they can get an upgrade and get more money instead of not.
I can't find it on here, honey. We're not telling this story very well at all. But all I know is this. We absolutely have to have those places open.
Yeah.
And if they're thinking of shutting them down even for a short time over the winter, they're basically contemplating whether or not some people are going to die. This is an insane winter. And if people don't die, well, I'll be really glad about that.
Yeah.
But it won't be like they're not jeopardizing people's lives shutting that down in the winter. I worry about that. I worry about the homeless people, and just think of the people who aren't in that shelter.
It's pretty harrowing, really. And yeah, to the point that people get killed, it's like, or die, get killed. I don't know.
Well, it's killing them. If you make a
Yeah.
decision that they're going to stay out in the freaking cold, then yes, you're responsible for their lives.
Sorry, trash.
Thank you. Don't you think?
Yeah, I didn't know where it was.
No, I mean, don't you think they're responsible for their lives? They are. They're basically murdering them if they send them out into the cold and they die. And that's the same with anybody and anything, any causes they make. They better think very clearly about the causes they're making. I say that to them, but don't say it to myself. I'm saying it to myself, everybody. Lord, I need to know it more than anybody. That's why I say it out loud, so I will know it.
My baby. I'm very mindful of things.
No, honey, I'm not good enough for you. I'll be honest. Okay, there, you all know it. I'm not good enough for my sweetheart. I gotta be a better person so I can treat my man the way he deserves to be treated.
I gotta be a better person to treat my woman the way she deserves to be treated. You're good enough, baby. And you're better than that. You're wonderful, sweet. I adore this woman.
I'm emotional today.
Oh, yeah, it's understandable, babe.
It never fails if I pick this thing up and put it in my mouth. It's upside down. I need to learn to play it upside down.
Maybe you'd find that was actually right side up.
Maybe. I told my sister on the phone yesterday, my sister Kim Miller, that you and I are madly in love with each other, and we fall even more madly in love with each other every day. She probably was surprised to hear that because I've never said that before. She's probably like, you actually have a nice guy who's gonna stick around in your life?
I don't know how nice I am. But I'm gonna stick
She didn't
around,
say
so
that. She was just thinking that, I bet.
Hopefully I'm nice. I
You
want to
are.
be. I want to be a nice guy.
You
I
are,
do.
but we all make mistakes. But I make the most mistakes of the two of us. Because I'm supposed to know better, and that's the irritating part of me. But anyway, I hate being human. Everybody knows that about me. I'm a perfectionist to the point that I'm rather ruthless with myself. And my sweetheart. Very good.
That's cool painting. Do you like
It
it?
is pretty, yes, I do like it. It's very subtle. I took a deep breath and released it just looking at it. It's nice. I love the color.
Reminds me of a more modern take on money, sort of. The
Yeah.
lily pads in the water.
We would show it, but are we allowed to? Oh, what the hell? We can show it, and if we get... We're promoting
you'd
this
think
person.
they would want it to be seen,
Yeah.
right?
Mark White Fine Art, 414 Kenyon Road, Santa Fe, of course.
Can you see the
And this
painting?
is pretty. Autumn Red, it's called. Anyway, go and buy Mark White's work.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's very pretty. He must deserve it because here he is. Here we are promoting him. I don't like promoting people who aren't nice and stuff, but I assume Mark White deserves to be promoted on our show. Otherwise, he wouldn't have just appeared.
Yeah, it was meant to be.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna keep that.
I'm gonna look for Diane's articles.
Oh, okay.
She blows my mind when I read her writing. My teacher, well, she wasn't your teacher, I can't say that. Our teacher, Diane Armitage, she is a writer for The Magazine, and it's a local, but it's not just local. This ranks up there among the top art magazines, I think, in the country, maybe the world, but it's Santa Fe's monthly magazine of and for the arts. In fact, the editor is my friend on Facebook, and probably our friend on Facebook. Let me find his name. I want to say it correctly. Because, yes. Okay. Guy Cross. And I wasn't sure. I know somebody named Guy Koss, and I didn't want to say the wrong name. Guy Cross. Anyway, he's our friend.
Cool.
Yeah,
Very cool.
on Facebook.
And he's editing one of the premier art magazines anywhere. It's
Yes.
very cool.
Yeah. Very cool. And so anyway, Diane Armitage is she wrote in this one. She wrote Henry Darger and the Virgins Galactic on page 35. It's the feature.
So, wait, we got Guy Cross and Diane Armitage.
Yeah, she's a writer. She writes constantly.
Sounds like a shout out.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, our
Yo.
friends at
The magazine.
I'm sure I'm not the only one who's ever done that.
Yeah, it's hard
I'm
to-
not from around here. I'm sort of not, really. I
You're
don't-
not
but I'm
from
around
here.
It's true.
You're from an
I'm
alien
from another planet.
planet.
But
We haven't figured out where we're from, but I think we're from the same
It
planet.
might be a different dimension.
Could be a different dimension. It could be a different. We could be from different planets, but I don't think so. They've got to be a lot alike if we're from different planets. But
Yeah, enough so that we're like both similar
see,
enough to
species,
this planet.
Yeah, right. That we can
probably
kind of blend in, but still be out of place.
We can breathe the air and stuff. Though,
Yeah,
so we're
well,
in good
that's
shape.
we're halfway there. we can learn to adapt from that point on. Oh, anyway, Diane.
So wait, we
Oh.
we have the shout out.
We
We
did.
forgot the shout out.
Okay.
Our friends
At
the
the magazine,
Guy Cross,
Guy
Diana-
Cross, the editor, and Diane Armitage, a writer.
Okay.
Yo,
Guy
Cross and
Yo,
Diane
Armitage.
Armitage.
What's
Thank
up, you
guys for watching our clips and I don't know, adding to the culture and
Yeah, definitely making this
Life.
like a cooler place to live.
vibrancy.
Both geographically and just in general.
Yeah.
And life itself.
Yes,
that's
and
cool.
and Diane is our fellow student, but my professor who taught a class, contemporary art, that I took, of course, because she was my teacher, and it was a life-changing class for me, and it was the best art class I've ever taken, art history. That's why she's such a good writer, honey. She knows art. I mean,
I read one of Diane's articles.
Articles,
Is it an article? Is it a op-ed?
more than
Is
an
it-
article,
Whatever it
but
was, I read it, and
it's
yeah,
art criticism.
I guess that's what it is, because she was talking about a show that had recently happened somewhere, or a couple of them. Yeah, the writing is top rate.
Yeah.
It's very, very, very wonderful to read. So good job
Yeah.
on that, Diane. I'm glad you found a place for it to go. You know, that's great.
And I mean, her vocabulary. If you want to learn vocabulary words, read some of her articles.
I remember
I'm
that.
serious. I mean, she challenges your vocabulary at a really high level, but not just that. It's her word choice that stuns me. She's constantly
Well, when
got
you
a
have that
new way
many
of
words to
expressing.
choose from, how do you choose one? But that's it. I don't know. It's all, yeah. She
Right.
makes it an art form.
Yes.
You know? The use of language. I hope I didn't interrupt you.
No, honey, I interrupt
If I-
you all the time.
If I did, it was only to agree with you. Can you interrupt somebody to agree with them? Probably.
I didn't hear you, honey. I read that top line.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
we'll
that's
say it
cool.
again.
You found it? You found
I
it?
apologize. Will you repeat yourself?
I don't remember what I said, so, but it's cool because it's on.
We can watch it.
And you know we will.
Now I have
We'll
to go
probably be
and watch
watching
all
it
these
later
clips
tonight.
until I learn to listen.
Well, we gotta. It's cool because we have our own version of the dailies. All of a sudden,
Yeah.
you get to the studio at the end of the night, and when we watch the dailies. Okay, this is what we did
Yeah.
today,
Yeah.
and we should start getting out the dailies. That's what we were talking about with the Daily Anchor.
Well,
We're just really
the
disorganized.
Daily Anchor. I
Yeah.
forgot about the Daily
Yeah.
Anchor. I was focusing on the armchair sessions that are supposed to come out every Sunday.
Which we haven't.
You'll get them
started.
when we're damn good and ready.
That's right.
Or whenever life lets us. We're too busy freezing our butts off at night, and well, we're happy
pretty
about it.
cozy the past couple nights,
Everything's
really.
great, really it is. So what if we wake up with a little bit of frostbite in our toes? No biggie. Not
I have a little bit
really.
of frostbite in my toes right
You
now. It's just a constant state that we're in.
could probably wash that off if we ever could take a shower. Actually, we
did
took
that
one yesterday.
Yeah.
You tell on me. Okay, we're warm.
If only it would
we're
stop
well-
hailing outside.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. It's not hailing.
Hey, I should grab the drum. What am I doing? Oh, I wanted to plug that in. And anyway, I'm going to read this article. I'm going to set it out here and
Are you going to read it aloud, or are you reading
No,
it
I'm
to
not going to read
yourself?
it aloud. But I do need to actually read it because people will later ask me, did you read that? And I got to remember it too. It's hard to remember things. What? I can't remember. Okay, well, I do want to play the drums a minute. Lord, I was going to play a song on the harmonica. Where is the harmonica?
The harmonica is, I don't know, it's right in
Right
front
there,
of us.
okay. Sorry, everybody, okay. Time to stop being obnoxious. That one actually sounds better than... Oh, that's because I'm not holding it with my legs. If you hold it with your
Then
legs, it
doesn't
stops
break up.
vibrating. Stops vibrating.
That's
Here, will you play?
counterintuitive. Let's see.
Nice. I better get out from over the top of that.
The show must go on.
Yeah.
Drum solo, y'all. I'm exhausted.
Well, don't spontaneously combust is all I say.
Okay.
You know that's
Did that
what-
happen in Spinal Tap?
Yes, it happened over and over in Spinal Tap.
The
It's
drummer
awesome.
spontaneously combusted. I didn't remember.
Over and over, all of their drummers did.
There's a
No
lesson
one
in-
survived.
Oh dear. That was a little jazzier.
No, I liked. No, honey, I loved yours. No, honey,
It
I
was
was
fun.
trying to emulate.
There's that word again, sort of.
Did we ever turn off the deal and start it again?
I don't
No,
know.
we'll play a song.
I need to go and. Okay, let's play a song.
See, it's upside down.
I'm gonna give myself 15 minutes to finish the car. And whatever I can do in 15 minutes, I'll do and make it like done. And then
Cool.
we can get on with
I
our
love
lives.
that. Putting a little time limit on it. And
Yeah, because I
moving
could.
on.
I don't want to. I said
Starting
when
to
I
get
started, I
cold.
don't want to spend all day doing it, and now I can do that. So I'm not gonna.
Well, we've got that water. I don't know where it went, but maybe
Why?
it's outside. Oh, wait. Do you have to do the dishes still? It's cold.
Yeah.
Why don't you bring that back in and I'll do it in the sink later? I'm serious. I'd like to. It's too
Yeah,
cold out
well,
there.
then we
Last
can
time I
finish the
tried to do
coffee
the
and heat
dishes,
some
I
water.
nearly did get frostbite.
I don't mind washing it. Yeah, we could wash them inside. That would probably be better.
Yeah, let's do. And we can use this hot water when it's hot, when it's water and when it's hot.
Or should I just do it?
No, honey,
Sure,
you've
okay.
got.
We were just
if you
talking
just
about
bring that in and then you do the 15 minutes worth of work over there while I play music
This
and
sounds
beat
like
on the bongos.
Yeah. You made us breakfast. That was like an hour. worth
Honey,
of
that
work,
was
baby.
not hard
No.
enough work, but
Yeah, it was.
if
kidding?
you want to do 15
that stuff wouldn't
minutes,
get done if you didn't do it.
I'm
baby.
gonna clean out these drawers when you get back.
Okay. Well, that
and-
sounds like fun. We'll clean out the drawers.
You don't have to. I'll do it by myself.
It's funny. I was making fun of the people who go home and do crossword puzzles. We're gonna spend our evening cleaning out the drawer. That's
2 drawers.
super exciting.
Well, we should actually probably work on that one a little bit.
Yeah,
We cleaned a
well,
bunch
you
of
did.
stuff
You took
out,
some
but I
stuff
didn't
out.
organize it, so.
And so it'll just all end up in a bag in the storage place. we'll never use it again for anything ever.
That?
We might. Who knows?
No, I don't know. It'll probably be trashed eventually, but in the meantime, we'll save it because
What's
that's
to be
what I
done?
do.
Oh,
I do. I
alright.
mean, you know, I
Hopefully
don't
we
like
can
throw
remember
everything
sort of
away,
where
but
stuff is.
shit,
We
no,
should be.
probably. I've got 3, not 3, storage, 2.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Yeah, I've got now 3 storage units. Oh my
guess yours
god.
too.
Oh shit. Okay, we won't even go there.
My
But
baby has a lot of stuff.
for a homeless girl, I got a lot of stuff.
You need a
Well,
bigger. You need a
people
big
with
house.
homes have a lot of stuff.
Yeah. You need
Would
2
they begrudge
houses,
me
though.
my
My
stuff?
baby's gonna have a bunch of stuff. You'll have to have a guest house. So the guest house will be for your stuff.
If I get a house, I'm going to tell you something. I will go out instantly and start to fill it up to the brim and then beyond it to overflowing. I love stuff. There's nothing wrong with stuff as long as you got it in perspective and know that your life is not your shit.
Right.
That stuff can be wiped away off the face of the earth, and I've known people that happened to. I know someone who I won't name, who was very close to, had in my life, and that woman loved her stuff more than she cared about anybody. And within a few years, her beautiful house, one of the most beautiful houses I've ever seen in my life. I haven't seen a lot of beautiful houses, though. It's not like I grew up around them, but I always say that, like, somehow if there could be a more beautiful house come along than this one. But you know what? It was damn beautiful. It was really, 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 really beautiful. And probably classier in a lot of ways than some even fancier houses.
Sure.
It got ruined.
What happened to it?
It flooded.
Ah,
And even though it was still standing, it couldn't ever be lived in again.
really? Wow.
So, don't love stuff more than you love people. It's like you're gonna lose your stuff, and then you won't have any people either.
That's
Which is what happened, too.
Oh dear.
Yeah, because if you make somebody feel like they are less than the napkins you've got on your table, then why would anybody give a shit about you when you lose your napkins and everything else? Anyway, that's a lesson that I learned in karma, and it was a powerful lesson because I had kept complaining, how can this person care about that stuff more than about people? And then a few years later, it was all gone. But, you know, stuff is not more important than people. But stuff isn't, like, unimportant either. It matters. It's just got to be in perspective.
Yeah.
So I
you're
don't
right.
mind keeping my stuff, but I've also said if I have to lose it, then I'm just going to have to accept that it's gone, and that's some important stuff to me. Things like the Hope chest my best friend Wendy built for me. You know, I don't want to lose that. I'm trying to
Special
think of what
stuff.
else. Yeah. Well, all the books that I've kept with me over the years, I've dwindled down to half the books I used to have, or way less than that. I used to have a huge library of books that filled up my whole house, and I still have an excellent collection of books, but I've dwindled it down because I cannot keep track of it. I cannot keep it with me. What am I looking for? That Dealy. I keep talking, honey. I'm talking too much. I was wanting to play. I was wanting to play a song.
Talking too much at all, babe.
Harmonica.
Play a song, honey. You're not talking too much at all.
Oh.
I love listening to you.
I'm kind of like disappointed in myself today, everybody. I don't know. Something sad happened, and I blame myself for it. I'm bizarre that way, you know. I'm really bizarre. I take a lot of responsibility for things that other people would say, that's not your responsibility at all, but I definitely think it's my responsibility. I don't even just think it. I know it. I know it's my responsibility, and I've got to work harder at certain things. People are counting on me. I put so much pressure on myself, it's unbelievable. But I'm happier and healthier than I ever was before, so why not? I'm having a rough day today, I'll admit that. But look at it, it's still such a beautiful day. Oops. What is wrong? It's in there, right? Is there a piece of dirt in there? Oh, is it on?
I don't.
Its light seems to be on.
Unplug it. Oh,
There it goes.
There.
Weird. Okay, it's got
Just
a
took
piece of
second.
plastic over it, and you can't. I don't know. That's not it.
I don't know, but it's working.
Okay. Well, anyway, here's what I can do, or I don't even know if I can do this, but here's what I'd really love to do:
Okay.
make people laugh, especially some specific people lately. If I can make people laugh, my life is worthwhile.
You are making people laugh. That's the cool thing. I think your prescription for watching clips is about the best you could do.
Yeah,
know?
I say to anyone who's struggling or suffering or worrying, watch our clips. They'll make you happy. Oh, and by the way, I'd like to play this song for, it's an addendum song to my other song.
Okay.
For my brother Randy, his wife Michelle, and their little son Wyatt.
Cool.
I don't know. I hope it's good.
I loved it.
That's from my brother Randy Hanschild and Michelle, his wife, and their son Wyatt. Thanks. I'm gonna turn y'all off.
Not me. For sure, babe.